All right, if you build anything for the web, you're going to want to listen up. There's a major shift happening, and in this explainer, we're diving straight into the powerhouse duo that's completely changing the game. We're talking about why 2025 is the year you absolutely need to be thinking about this switch. So let me just ask you this, and be honest. Does your current web apps feel kind of slow? Are you constantly battling just to get Google to notice you? And is the actual development process a total nightmare of configs and boilerplate? If you're sitting there nodding your head to any of that, don't worry, you're not alone. And the good news is, these are exactly the problems we're about to solve. And the solution is a real one-two punch. You take React, which, let's face it, is the go-to for building user interfaces, and you supercharge it with Next.js. That's the framework that takes React and makes it truly ready for the big time. So let's break down what actually makes this combination so ridiculously powerful. First up, let's talk about the big one for any app that needs an audience: winning at SEO and just being incredibly fast. It all comes down to this one core idea that Next.js has absolutely mastered: how your website is actually delivered to your user's browser. It's a concept called server-side rendering, or SSR. And the best way to think about it is like this. Instead of sending your browser a flat pack box of parts with an instruction manual, Next.js builds the whole thing on the server first. So what arrives in the browser is a complete, fully built HTML page ready to go. It just pops up instantly, no assembly required. And seriously, the difference is night and day. The old way, with just React, the browser gets a blank page and has to download all this JavaScript just to figure out what to draw on the screen. That lag, that's what's killing your load times and confusing the heck out of Google's crawlers. But with Next.js, the browser gets the finished product. Your users see content instantly, and Google sees a perfect SEO-friendly page. It's a huge, huge advantage. But look, insane speed and amazing SEO, that's only half the story. The other half is about you, the developer. It's about how Next.js completely streamlines your workflow so you can build better things way faster. You can just forget about all those complex routing libraries and config files. With Next.js, it's so intuitive, it's almost funny. You want a new page? Say /contact? You just create a contact file in your app folder, and that's it. The page just works. This file-based routing gets rid of so much headache and lets you get back to actually building cool stuff. And okay, this is where things get really interesting. Most people think of React as just a front-end thing, for what the user sees and clicks on, but Next.js just completely shatters that idea. This is a true full-stack framework. This means you can build your entire back-end API right inside the same app. Need to handle a form submission, fetch some data from a database, run a secure task in the background? You can create specific API endpoints for all of it. And the big takeaway here, you might not even need a separate backend server anymore. This simplifies your entire architecture big time. All right, so it's fast for users, it's fast for developers, but can it scale? Can it handle the big leagues? Let's talk about that, because this isn't just some tool for little side projects. We're talking about real enterprise-grade power here. And let me be perfectly clear. We're not just talking about your portfolio site or a small startup. The entire architecture of Next.js was designed from the very beginning to grow, to support massive applications serving people all over the world, and to handle huge spikes in traffic without even flinching. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at the companies that trust Next.js. We're talking about TikTok, Netflix, Uber, some of the biggest and most demanding applications on the entire internet. If this stack can handle their scale, yeah, it can probably handle your next big idea. So let's put it all together. What does this really mean for you as we head into 2025? It means that choosing this stack isn't just some technical detail. It's a major strategic advantage. You see how it all connects, right? You get those top Google rankings and that incredible speed because of server-side rendering. You get to develop faster and more intuitively because of file-based routing. You simplify your whole tech stack because of the built-in API routes. And you can do all of it knowing the whole thing is built to grow right alongside your business. Every single feature here gives you a real tangible benefit. Honestly, this quote just nails it perfectly. React is the standard. Next.js makes it production ready. Think about that for a second. React gives us these amazing building blocks for the modern web, but Next.js gives you the performance, the structure, and the scalability to turn those blocks into a world-class professional application. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. A slow, messy, hard-to-maintain code base, that's not just a tech problem. It's actively costing you. It costs you customers who bounce because a page won't load, and it costs you precious developer time that could be spent creating something new. So when you look at all of this, you have to ask yourself, isn't it time for an upgrade?